My brethren, my guys. Man, today we're gonna get into the importance of being able to speak her language. What does that even mean? Before we dig into that, we gotta roll that intro.
Pull up with the stick,
Yeah.
She said she wanna be up on my team, but she can't love me, yeah. Really, she don't want a man, she want a gummy bear.
Now here's the thing when you're dealing with women, and it doesn't matter if you are monogamous, man. It don't matter if you got your poly situation going on, however it is you want to do it. When you are dealing with that woman, I would highly recommend how to speak her language. Now I know there's gonna be some guy in the back, some guy who is bigger and mightier than thou, and is whatever, right? She need to speak my language. Read Malachi, Chepin. And I'm picking on my homie again, man. That's my guy. We do this in Pearson, but like I was saying in the last video, I told my guy, I said, bro, if she's not responding to that, then maybe find a better way to give it to her. Yeah, we know that you don't have to. Here's the thing: if you've been following this series thus far, as a man, you should know by now unequivocally that you don't have to do anything, nor can she make you. That's unnatural. But now that we've gotten past it, let's elevate now, right? We know what the laws and statutes and commandments say, but there's a such thing as wisdom. And wisdom in the Bible is personified as a she. And here's my take on that. It's personified as a she because it's probably feminine. Remember when I told you guys earlier that, when something's feminine, man, it just flows. It's irresistible. It's proactive. Like I was speaking to my wife this morning, I was breaking this down to her. I was like, yeah, if you hear me saying, yeah, I'm going on a business trip or whatever, and maybe I'm going to a hot, arid climate, I didn't tell you to pack me anything for that climate. The wisdom in her wanting to be submissive and help me to a man was say, man, let me pack him some hydration. Let me pack him some wet naps. Let me pack him some ice packs. Let me pack him whatever. I get out there and be like, man, I should have got da. You be like, babe, I already took care of that. What? And you look over like, with the look on your face like, there goes my baby. I'm just saying, that's what wisdom to me is like. And the reason why it's personified as a female is because, again, it's feminine. It just flows, bro. You ever dealt with a real feminine woman, a real classy woman? There are things that she does that you couldn't teach her. The way she enters a room, the grace she has, how she serves the guest, how she serves the man. And we know that the fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom. And this is why when you get to Proverbs 31 verse 30, it says, charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Again, I just told you that fear is the beginning of wisdom. Wisdom is personified as a she. That woman cannot have wisdom if she does not fear the Lord. So again, if she's a godly woman or if she's a good woman, that's cool. But if that's not a God-fearing woman, she's probably not feminine, and she most definitely is not wise. And because of so, she ain't getting no praise. So when you read the verse about he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing, they're talking about a woman like that. But again, breaking this down, the wisdom can be applied for both men and women. Don't make the mistake of thinking that because it's personified as a woman or a she rather, that the wisdom can only be applied to your female counterparts. No, as a man, I think we need to imply more wisdom than any of them because we have more options available to us. We have more choices that we can make, both good and bad. Another case in point of our wisdom is Abigail when she went to go and interject on behalf of her foolish husband, to David. And that's one of the extreme cases because what she did almost pushed the line of her being out of bounds. But because she feared the Lord, because she honored her home, because she wanted to see her husband have no harm done to him, as recorded in Proverbs 31, she did what she did. It's also an extreme case because typically back then most men weren't that bullheaded. They wasn't that boneheaded either. But again, those women are rare and few today. But like I said, wisdom should and can be applied in your life as men. Now back to speaking her language. When I was in the street, One thing that I seen the older kids and the older cats do is know how to talk to that woman where she was. See, we had like this older cousin and she could drive. At the time, we couldn't drive, and so that we wanted to go to the store or like the water park or something like that. She don't want to leave her room where it's cool to come out and drive us in the hot heat to wherever we want to go. So you know what we do? Well, we call the dude that was piping her down. Well, hey, big cuz, hey, bro, man, you could talk to so-and-so, man. We're trying to go to the store. We're trying to be like, yeah, man, I got y'all. Hold on. He go on there. He tell her whatever he need to tell her. How he needs to tell her to get her to move, to get her to respond. And my thing is, right, as a man, what's more masculine than getting the same achievement but applying less pressure, applying less energy? You know, energy requires time, bro. And that's why I keep trying to explain to you all, like, time out of everything, time out of money, time out of success, time out of rest is more important, because all those things I just named, you know, what you need in order to do them, you need time. You need time to sleep. You need time to rest. You need time to be at the gym. You need time to have sex. You even need time to pray, bro. You need time to study. So more than anything, your time, men, is valuable. That's why I tell you make her earn your time. It is the most precious commodity she will ever come into contact with. But you need to know the worth of that. So knowing that, does it not make sense to spend less time getting her to do what you need her to do? Now you can go and speak in a language that she doesn't respond well to. Like maybe you got a woman who doesn't like to be yelled at. Maybe she comes from a background where that could be traumatizing to her. And again, I told you the importance about knowing her background. See? Now if you don't know the background, you don't know that her mother used to yell, her dad was a yeller, they used to fight and all that, and it does something to her. She shuts down, she breaks down. She can't do anything now. Even the most simplest tasks. Nah, you go in there, hey babe, look, I know you've been doing this right here, but I need you to go and stop there real quick and go handle that for me right now. When you get done, come see me. And then you smack that. Pop. Whatever you need to tell her to get the goal done, bro, you do that. Some of y'all may have done it in the streets, and all of a sudden, like I see, y'all come into the truth and think that same tactic should not be applied. And I'm telling you, no, don't do that. Bring that over with you. Especially if you got multiple women, bro. Because see, you can't love them all the same because they don't all require the same. There is no concept of being equal. Now you can give equity, but there is no equality, because one may need to be hit off this way. Let's just talk about sex. I mean, most of the times it's what people want to hear about anyway. But one woman, man, look, she may only get like 2 big ones off, and then she good. She either sleep or she up starting her day. Maybe you got another one, man, and she can just bust them back to back, and she may need that. Whatever moves for that woman, you need to be able to meet her where she's at. Because if you're going to be dealing with multiple women, bro, you're going to have multiple facets. You're going to need to be able to engage her on multiple different facets of conversation, of life, of spirituality. Because all of them are going to be at different walks, bro. So when you sit back and you look at the array of women that you have in your presence, it really says a lot about you. That's why I take no honor in bagging what was easy. You know, growing up, I always had older women because they were harder. First thing they say is, get out of here, boy, you too young, da-da-da-da-da, you won't have me locked up, you gonna have me whatever. Okay, cool, little mama, I'll be back. So that when I got her, all that did was just boost my confidence through the roof. The issue with some of you men is you've been conquering and bagging what it's already been conquered and bagged. There's no honor in that. Nobody asks you, dang, bro, how'd you get her? Nobody asks you that when they see you with her. In their mind, they're like, oh, she finally got her one. But they don't look at you and ask you, man, how was you able to keep her, bro? How did you? And you know, I'm not saying that every man has to like who you like. I'm just telling you, bro, your woman and your real woman will say a lot about you as a man. Speak her language, though. I know some women who come out of the street chat, right? And they in her jobs and all that, but they still thuggish with it, though, you know? They still bust that on. You get behind, you hear me? Alright, it's a certain way you're gonna have to handle a mama. And I don't like to use that word handle because I handle my money, I handle my business, I handle animals. But every once in a while, she will need to be reminded. Yeah, every once in the blue moon, she gonna need to be reminded, lest she forget. So when you got a woman like that, man, she from Philly, she from New Jersey, she from DC, she from the Third Ward, she from Compton, she from LA, she from Detroit. You know, like you gonna have to deal with them kind of women a certain way. Again, yeah, they in the truth. You know, they cover, they praying all that. But you know, a woman's preference doesn't change. So if she liked it in the street, then she gonna like that when she behind the sheets. And you're gonna have to deal with her a certain way. You're gonna have to talk to her a certain way that makes her move. You don't need to be nice to her. You don't need to put a please on the end of that. You need to put a confidence at the beginning, at the end of that. Speaking with confidence, yeah. But that works for her. You cannot take what works for this woman and try to apply it to the next woman. You're gonna run into problems. This is also why only simps want to become the man of a woman's dream. Because while you molded yourself to become the man of her dreams, to another woman, you are the man of her nightmares. Because they don't all like the same thing, bro. So don't worry about trying to please the woman. Please your father, and then please you, and then she'll be pleased as well. That's how that works. When you try to please the woman, dog, you gonna run into problems. Please believe me. Now she might like it on the surface, but long term, you putting sugar in your tank, bro. Long term, you putting water in your gas can, bro. It's gonna stop running at some point. The ability to adapt and to know, okay, I'm dealing with this woman right here. That's how she need to be picked up. The best way I can exemplify it is if you had multiple children living in your home that, you know, either did or didn't come from you, doesn't matter. You realize that you got one child who's a little more studious than the next. His hands are a little more softer, like Joseph, in conjunction with his brothers. Okay, well, you can hold a mild-mannered conversation, a very intellectual conversation with him. Actually, you could pull out some of those big words you've been wanting to use, you know? And let's say you talk to one of the other kids who may be out there in the field, hands is rugged, clothes is tattered and dirty, but they're getting the job done. You know, you could sit down, spread your legs, let it hang, crack a brew, talk that talk. You gotta meet the woman where she is sometime with that. And again, it ain't law, bro. You don't have to do it, but I'm highly suggesting that you may want to implement that in your life. You'll get the same results as you yelling at her, but better and sooner. And it'll be more consistent. Less energy, which means less time was done to get that accomplished. At the end of the day, like I'm telling y'all about this, man, that's the one thing that we really don't have much of, is time. That's both of the BS and the good stuff. So when you have it, appreciate it. Use it wisely. I can get my woman to do anything I want them to do, because I know how to speak their language. Pull up. If you don't know your woman that innately, bro, go back to school. And when you get to that point, you can easily tell a woman, I can handle any. It don't matter where she is, where she at. Drop me off in the middle of China. I'ma come out with something. I don't speak a lick of Mandarin or Cantonese, no. But if you can apply that ism of speaking her language, you understand? Man, some women need to get off in different ways, dog. Some women sometimes they just want to hear. Sometimes they just need to watch. If that's what y'all into, that's what y'all into. That's what do it for her. No, you shouldn't make her feel no kind of way, because that's what she like. Again, her preference does not change. If she like to get money, hit her in the street. If she like the dude who smell good all the time, then that's what she like now. I'm telling you what I know. This is how you can really sit back and reassess if you're her type, or you're just the type to be there when others were not. Whatever she liked back then, she still likes now. And you would know that if you knew about her past. But let's say that you're not what she likes. That don't mean you can't speak her language. Maybe you're not into being in the bed, having her watch you with one of your wives. Right? But if that's what do it for her, speak her language. You do realize that this is what separated us, what they call bad boys, from the good guys. bad boys was able to speak their language. Soon as she got in the whip, she knew she can take that ish off, open that glove compartment, got her party favors in there, whatever it is she like, if it's a flask full of Hennessy, if it's something, whatever. She turn on that trap music, you hear me? She was in the house, she was listening to Kirk Franklin. She got in my whip, she trapped out. I'm speaking language. And you're gonna love me for that. You're gonna tell me everything. You're gonna answer questions I didn't ask. Because in her mind, fellas, she's like, he knows me so well when I didn't even ask anything about you. That's the importance of speaking someone's language. When you are in a room full of people, it's different ethnicities and nationalities. The moment you find somebody who speaks English or Spanish or French or Creole or whatever it is you speak, that's who you get with. That's who you find yourself being around or even following around. Because why? Well, they speak your language. You feel comfortable now. You feel at home. You feel a little more familiar. You feel a little more at ease. Man, this is how you make that woman feel like that. You're going to realize when you start implementing this, her teen get wetter, faster, longer. Unlock the biggest sexual organ in her. And that's her mind. That's how you do that, bro. Because outside of that, you're not going to do anything to her that no other man's already done before you. But her encounter needs to be a life-changing encounter. And I'm telling you how to make that one of one. I'm not telling you she's going to stay. I'm just telling you that when she wake up on the next day, she's going to say, wow, that guy was different. Speak her language, cuz. And watch the dynamics change. Meet her where she's at. She always gonna come back. Love y'all, bro. Say la.
Pull up with the stick, yeah. She said she wanna be up on my team, but she can't love me, yeah. Really, she don't want a man, she wanna